One day, this nation will rise up.
Today is MLK Day in the United States when we remember the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a giant in the U.S. civil rights movement. But as Caleb Bailey reports, it's also a time when we can remember the countless others who drove that movement before King.
That list actually traces back to before the nation was founded, and one name on that list is Phyllis Wheatley, who this building is actually named after. Wheatley is widely considered the first African-American author to publish a book, poetry that discussed morals and challenged slavery. This year, the USPS honors her memory with a new stamp. A pivotal moment in civil rights history was MLK's I Have a Dream speech to over 250,000 peaceful protesters at a march to fight discrimination based on the color of skin. One of similar size almost took place 3 years earlier, just about the time America entered World War II. It was led by Union leader A. Philip Randolph. Job opportunities for African Americans in federal or defense work were rare during the war due to racial discrimination. Many black workers were either turned away or given the most dangerous and lowest paying jobs. So Randolph planned a protest 100,000 strong to march into D.C. President Roosevelt took notice and 6 days before the march issued an executive order to effectively end discrimination in those industries. A big win in employment, and then came another in education. In 1954, Congress ruled segregation in schools was unconstitutional, but integrating took time in a few states like Louisiana, where the first black student didn't enter an all-white school until 1960. That student was 6-year-old Ruby Bridges. The bravery of this elementary schooler soon inspired classrooms around the nation, and she became a marker of the country's changing perspectives. Then there's Claudette Colvin, another youngster. At just 15 years old, she refused to give up her bus seat to a white woman and was arrested for it, months before the famous arrest of Rosa Parks. The civil rights movement backed the cases of Colvin and Parks, and with the help of the NAACP, ended segregation on buses. We've hardly scratched the surface of the voices who contributed, and as the United States celebrates 250 years, we recognize it's seen high and low moments through the years, segregation being an obvious low. But knowing that all people are created in God's image, we can look back at these figures and be grateful for their work.